Mahila. So there's speculation that Charlotte is Iggy Azalea and she had Isaiah 51. She took a big risk making work, and that she had cut of the captain, that she's talking about. You need to get a job, you need to learn a trade. What that meant in the code, like, oh, you need to get that AJ is the brother of Liz. You need to understand these things. You need to, learn at Raid, even Lindsay Wilson or something. Like, go back to Lindsay Wilson. I mean, I tried. It's like she was catching up to certain things. Took a big risk with work, because if I had looked at Isaiah 51 before The Dark Place, then it would have messed things up. Yes, I shat in the shower last night. Shat in the shower last night like a horse, standing up, and then I got down low, shat again. But it was kind of tough to do that laying down like that, if you ever try it. But yeah, I cleaned it up, everything. But yeah, just let it go. And that was a way of cleaning the shower, cleansing the shower, just like the mud builders in the forest. This is all Circle of Life, Area 51 base. Paul Wallace, if you just have the McDonald's, if you're just eating McDonald's, there's people that do that. There's people that have promethylene blue, like Alex Jones, where it turns your brain blue, okay? And there's people like that who have, this electricity in their fingers, and then you have the Paul Wallace character who's just going to McDonald's. So those are both accurate ways of going about certain things, where each one is having dreams of Sonny Landham holding them from the backside, holding them, saying, where did they touch you when they raped you? Where did they touch you? Sonny Landham is holding me, just like the Paul Begley title page of his video, just like that, where Paul Begley is holding Epstein. That's how Sonny Landham held me, a Native American chief, in my dreams. That was the last dream. If you're following the Doja Cat series, so that was the last one. Alex Jones is in Florida. He's in Florida right now. That's symbolic of what's going on. He's battling his Sandy Hook symbolism and getting all of that, combating like a battle in the courts. So you have people that are getting into their mind and restraints of the mind, like Mr. T. You have people with gloves on, and Enter the Stars talking about Antarctica. You have Dabu talking about characters, and this Ghislaine Maxwell does not look the same, okay? Did she gain weight? Is she piggish? Is that why Trump is saying piggy? Did her face change? Did people go to a dark place and then they gain weight because they're at a farm system? They say, go to the farm, go to KCPC, you're at the farm, you gain weight at the farm. So then your face looks different, right? You gained weight. Like, people notice this. If you're in a dark place, that's what happens to you. Your face physically changes, your body physically changes. Or did something happen to her? Was she harassed? Was she abused? Just being in a dark place is abuse, okay? That's something you need to know. I'm listening to NPR last night. They're talking about Venezuela torture camps. And when Trump went in there and took out Maduro, then this man was released. So that's something good that Trump did, okay? This man got released from the torture camp. This is a real thing where people are being tortured. Imagine if you're battling in the courts, or if you're a made man that has nowhere to go, or if you're stuck at watching dogs, or if you're stuck in a Freemason system of studying where you're stuck at your house and learning all the time, then imagine being in a torture camp. Okay, so these are all systems of Brahmas that we are in a free system of suffering ourselves, just like Dabu in the basement, like Paul Bagley said, he's in the basement of his mom's house, and he calls it the underground. He's a leader of this Brahma that is a type of Happy Gilmore Hindu leader that BP Earthwatch talks about. Imagine Hindu Bollywood films that they created Happy Gilmore as a CIA film type of, that this is a microcosm of a Hindu Brahma that Happy Gilmore would be for someone from Florida. And then there's one from Texas, there's one from Mississippi, that these are all Brahmas, that these are spiritual leaders of medicine men and Kachinas, and that they rise up. These are the ones that have the seals. They rise up, and they call it the music of the waters. That BP did a big study on this, where this is actually what he was saying was the films that you go to, like a library of DVDs, and they made all these films for the chosen ones, and that the ones that are in the industry that do the devil sacrifices, that they have done that to get their information to the people that are chosen in the end times, that they are to be Brahmas, that all of their films are symbolic of what they go through, just like Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, or any of these films, the number 23, all Lake Placid, for Arizona, or for Maine or something, that these are all films that they made for us. Thank you. Have a good night.